it's a complex one to kind of figure out how to feel, I guess, Sean, because you went from, in the quarterfinals to maybe 1 foot in the quarterfinals. So kind of help us kind of digest that a bit.
Yeah, difficult, conceding so late. I will say this, they're a very good team and they put us under a lot of pressure and, had a few chances that were good. But at 1-0, we had a couple of chances to take it to 2-0 and we didn't take them. So you always leave yourself wide open for that equaliser to come right at the very death. I'm really disappointed with that. But then, again, going behind in the penalty shootout, it's difficult for the players following Romario then because it's always a higher pressure kick. So credit to all the players for the job they did, the effort they put in, and coming away with 2 points, because that could be big for us. Because if the next game we get 2 points, we'll probably finish top of the group.
Those mainly the missed chances. Is it safe to say you're referring to the ones in the first half?
We had a couple in the second half that not so much as chances, where Malik's gone through and come back on himself. Bruno's gone through down the right hand side and put a cross straight into the keeper's hands when Elvis is wide open in the box. So there's a few moments, not chances. But then in the first half, we had a couple of chances where we should have really done a lot better.
That really hasn't been a problem this season, I guess. So is it kind of just one of those nights, I guess, then you put it down to?
Could be. We'll have a look at it on the film. Look, see if they could have made a different decision. In Malik's through on the goal, could he have placed it a little bit more rather than go for power? We'll have to have a look at that and have a conversation with him. But I thought Malik was fantastic again, in terms of the threat that he provided, especially on the counter-attack.
Obviously, you don't love giving up the late goal, I'm sure. But as a total defensive performance, can you be relatively happy with it? Yeah,
if you look at the forward players that they've got and the midfield players that they've got, invested a lot of money in, the 2 new players that they signed, Treo and Damas. We all know what Tyler Pasha can do, Martinez, in terms of their quality in the attacking third. So it was really difficult for us to get to grips with it. And I thought the first 15 minutes, they were on top of us a bit. We figured it out with some different positioning for the midfield players, and obviously then we start growing into the game and went 1-0 up and a few chances to go 2, and I think that would have killed it then. But credit to them, they stuck at it, and we've come away with what we will see as a real sort of positive outcome at the end, even though I'm a bit disappointed we didn't book us place in the quarter-final now, because I really do want to try and take the club to a final.
Hunter, 2 saves in the penalty shootout. When you kind of, as a goalkeeper, you let one in late, whether that's his fault or not, kind of irrelevant, but kind of what does it take mentally to get back into a headspace to go and win it for your team?
Yeah, he did really well. That's his job, so really pleased. We got every confidence in him, sort of making them. I think there's only one of the penalties where I thought he guessed a little bit. The others, he stood strong, waited for the kicker to take his option, pick his option, and he gets across and saves them. That just shows you the qualities that he's got on that on saving penalties, because he's done it before.
3-game week, you kind of get to take a little bit of a breath now, and the games come a bit more consistently week by week. What is that going to be able to do for you, especially with a couple of injuries in midweek?
I think getting the bodies back healthy. We've lost Aidan Stanley for the season. Ben Famu's probably going to be a few weeks. Maybe Brem comes back earlier than what we thought. And it's all about now, trying to just get momentum. We all feel disappointed where we are currently, and we've got 1 foot in the quarter-final of a cup. And if we win the next 2 games, we'll probably be mid-table, and that's only the halfway point. So we can't let the start define what the season's going to be, and that's my biggest challenge. I've got to make sure that everybody understands that the season will finish at the end, and we'll keep fighting to get to the end, and making sure that we're in the playoffs and hopefully contesting for a trophy at the end of the season with the Jagermeister Cup. And if we're not, it won't be through the lack of trying.
Anything else that you want to add?
Yeah, you can hear the fans now. The fans were absolutely incredible tonight for us. And again on another night where it's really warm and muggy, and they did have a lot of the possession, but our fans kept us going and kept us strong. Really, didn't make us die. So I'm really pleased now, and I thank them for that. And it's not just this game; it's every game. And I think I was speaking to the supporters, and I think we have supporters travelling to every away game as well, and I don't usually get the chance to credit them for travelling away with us, and I want to put that shout out to them as well, because we have to stick together as a group, and we're all disappointed when we don't win, and we're all really pleased when we win. But moving on, it's my job. We've got to get on to the next win, and I'm sure the supporters want to carry that with us all the time, and I'm really pleased.